So Amazon just striked again, and I will tell you in this video, like, just my assumption on the reasons why they did it, why they banned inactive players. And it's fully my assumption and my logical thinking, so don't take it for granted. However, let's give you context first. So if you were not aware, in the past 2 days, Amazon just like banned a lot of players that have not played the game for a year or for months for having no hours on their game. And this is sus. You might think, why are they punishing players for not playing the game? And I don't think Amazon is doing that. They have no benefit in doing that. So, like, when you have reviews like this, they are kind of funny. How are you gonna issue a game ban that appears on my profile for not playing the game? So, most people that don't play Lost Ark or just played it for a few hours are completely shocked and furious because of the recent bans. And look at this guy, he has 1 hour. This is actually funny. He has 1 hour and he got banned. However, even though this is funny, it's also depressing and really sucks for the people that were affected by it. But I will try to explain why I think Amazon did it and why we shouldn't really go hard on Amazon this time. So first, let's read Amazon official statement. They said that the bans were because of like an error, and they were just trying to like fight the bots, and an error happened, or this is how like players would understand the statement. But what I personally think happened, if you remember a few days ago, I made a video on how RMTers get away with RMT, and I explained how they use burner accounts or alt accounts, and obviously someone who is like willing to use an alt account to RMT to skip the grind is not going to grind one from scratch. So most of the burner accounts are bot accounts, like they like accounts they bought from sellers and third-party website. Like the same website that they use for RMT is the same one they use to buy the accounts that they RMT with. And obviously they would want an old account so it looks less sus. So now you have like the supplier, which is the account seller, who used bots to level these accounts on game launch. The problem with this is that these sellers, the people that sell accounts, they don't like sell you an account that they created today. So if you ordered the account, you're not gonna receive an account that is 1 day old. You would receive an old account because back when the game launched, the botters, like all the RMT related sellers, they just like use that time to create as many accounts as possible. Because you have to understand, these people are not noobs. They are professional in botting and RMT related stuff, and they have been doing it for years in so many games. So they have a lot of experience that you can't imagine, and they can literally predict the measurement that the company can use in the future to combat them. So obviously, one of the first steps that they would do is on the first month of the launch of the game or the first few months, they will make sure they have as much backup as possible. So let's take a bot farm as an example. When you have like a farm that has like 1,000 bots working at the same time, when let's say 10 bots are banned from playing the game, they're not going to create new account at that time and like level them from scratch. No, they already have million of backups because they spent a lot of time just creating backups. And it's not even that hard. Like if you leave a bot farm to just create account, I'm not gonna be surprised if they can manage to create 100,000 accounts per day. So imagine if they have been doing it since launch. Like that would be insane. They would never run out of accounts. So basically, if you ban inactive accounts, yes, you would ban real players in the process, but you would ban way more bots. Like the amount of like bot accounts that you're gonna going to ban in the process is insane. So that's why I like said in the beginning we shouldn't go hard this time, because if this is really the reason, then that is a good thing because it shows that the company is trying to fight this bot crisis and they're actually using smart ways. However, if it was entirely a mistake and they're still lazying around and it was not part of their anti-bots combat system, then oh boy, if you tell me that just out of nowhere, they some like inactive accounts got banned for like a system error or something like that, then that is a really terrible bad look on the developers. So if that's the case, and now they are banning inactive accounts because they realize these accounts are actually what the botters have as a backup when their bots get banned, then that's really like good news because it means that they are like serious about getting rid of the bots. And man, I really hope they work better on their wording because I don't know like who is their PR team, but they are doing a terrible job because let's read this together. Following a recent wave of bot bans, we have seen an increase in ban appeals from players who have been like incorrectly impacted. So basically this is like stating, oh, we have realized that a lot of players are banned because of the ban appeals, not because of the Reddit, not because of the negative reviews, not because that a lot of videos are literally talking about it, the whole community is talking about it. No, we have realized that because of an increase in ban appeals. Like, it might be just me because English is not my first language, but this is how I understood it. And let's read the rest. We have determined the error that triggered these false bans. And again, this, like, we have determined the error that triggered these false bans. It's like they were not aware of the error and they just found out. Like that make them look really bad. Like if you said it was intended and some like some players got like caught in the ban wave by accident, then yeah. But when you say you have determined an error that triggered these false bans, it make you look like you were not aware in the first place why they were banned. It's like you don't know why they were banned and you just figured it out. Like it would make you look way better if you said it was intended and we know why and they just got banned by accident and we're going to fix it. That would make it look way better because we know that you're trying to fight the bot. But when you state it like this and make it look like an error that you were not aware of, that make you look like you don't know what you're doing. So it might be just me, it might be just a language barrier, but this is how basically I understood their statement. And as I said, I hope my assumption is right and that's the actual reason and not just like a silly oops. Because if it was just a silly oops, then I'm completely bamboozled and I don't think the game will live for much longer if they keep doing stuff like this. So yeah, that's it for today and see ya.